Move Worthy podcast with myself, Jenny Lendle.
And Lauren Jones.
And today we are season 2, episode 2. We're going to talk about more than a mortgage. What does that mean? What does that look like when you think, oh, I want to buy a house, I can afford this much. It's a little bit more than just getting pre-approved for a mortgage. It looks like a lifetime. It looks like maintenance. It looks like things that you want to keep up with, an investment. It looks like resale. I mean, we didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things. Purchasing a house is more than just getting pre-approved, going out and making an offer.
And what does the pre-approval and the amount you can afford really mean to you? I mean, is it all that you have? Is that all you can give?
Right.
Is that really where you want to be in your life, is housebroke?
Right. I know. I tell people that. I said, look, just because you're pre-approved for $200,000 doesn't mean you want to spend $200,000.
Yeah. I actually stopped at my insurance agent's office yesterday, and we kind of briefly talked about that, and it was like she sees what we see. These first-time home buyers, even not first-time home buyers, young or old, they're going out and they're spending $350,000 on their first house.
I know.
It's wild.
It's crazy.
She's like, what happened to the starter homes? What happened to
first-time buyer?
Your little 1,000 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. What happened to that? You don't see that anymore.
No.
And it's become socially acceptable. And what's crazy about that is most people think that they have to, I don't know, what's the saying? Keep up with the Joneses.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you really? Do you really have to do that?
So now you have these young first-time buyers thinking that they have to go buy their forever home first. Because
yes,
Joe did.
Yes.
Or
yes. And why does it become, this standard of buying your first house? Why isn't it what it used to be? Your first house is kind of like your footing, your long-term investment. I mean, my first house was a condo.
Yeah.
But we held on to that thing for years, and it was a rental property, and we made a lot of money on it, and we had a great return on it when we sold it.
Yeah.
Our first house wasn't 300. Actually, our third house was 350,000.
Right.
Not our first, not our second, our third.
Right. I still haven't paid $350,000 for a house yet.
I have, but
you bought a brand new house.
I did. It was a brand new construction, so it's still we have significant equity in it. Yes. We made still made good choices. But yeah, I don't know where that standard changed, and do these buyers really understand what it is that they're getting into?
Right. Not just
I
can afford this monthly note.
Right. Well, can you afford the $500 utility bill?
The insurance.
The property
oh my
taxes,
gosh. And everything keeps increasing.
Everything keeps increasing.
Across the board. Your mortgage payment will stay the same, but your insurance will increase. Mm-hmm. Your property taxes will increase more than likely. Mm-hmm. And your utilities. I mean, nothing is going down. And then you have the maintenance of the home. Like, you can't let it become overgrown. You can't let it be covered in mold. You can't let it, or outside mildew, or
if the gutters are not functioning, you have
trees in your yard.
You have to clean the leaves. You have to keep the maintenance and the functionality of the house going, because then
to protect your investment.
Because then you're losing value once it really turns into terrible shape.
Yeah, I think that's a shame too when you see even a brand new house. And we see it every day. You see a house just sell, brand new. 2 years later, you're like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
And I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is going on. Is there a problem in the home? Is there something else going on that we can't see? Or do people just not want to take care of things? I'm not sure what that is. Because like I said, we don't know what's going on in the home. It could be someone who's disabled. Yeah. It could be a financial burden happening that we're not aware of. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, when you see something like that, you kind of wonder, like, man, that was a brand new house.
Yeah.
And now things are kind of falling apart, and you can see from the outside.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a bigger investment, and you have to pay attention to even resale value at some point. Like,
Yeah.
protect what you've spent.
Mm-hmm.
Your this big giant mortgage, the largest payment you'll ever have in your life
For the longest time of your life.
for the longest time, and then to let it go, fall like that is definitely an issue.
Yeah.
I think we see that a lot.
Yeah, we do. And real estate should always be an investment.
Yeah.
While it's, don't get me wrong, it fulfills emotional, spaces,
Yes.
but and it you make it a home, but it's still an investment, and you still need to be able to come right side up out of it.
Right. Yeah.
You never want to be upside down.
Exactly. And I guess that goes back to these new buyers. Like, what are they really investing in?
Mm-hmm.
Are they investing in looks,
Mm-hmm.
or are they investing in something that is solid, that has new, all the major functions have been renovated? We're talking ACs, roofs, things like that. Because a lot of times people just see
The finishes,
the paint, the pretty, and then once they get in, then they start to see issues because that was a bigger appeal to them. I try to explain that to my kids, like, hey, I know you want this brand new house and it's great, or this fully remodeled house, and we flipped houses. I said, but they're like right around the corner. There is a solid built in the 90s brick home, new roof, new AC, new windows, but it lacks. It has wallpaper, or has some paneling, or the paint colors don't match, or it's got some old carpet. I'm like,
those are things you can change.
Those are easy changes, but the shell part of that house and the major components are all in good shape. Like, I'd rather my kids move into that,
right,
and slowly fix it up, build equity.
I was about to say, not only that, but you're not walking in paying full price for something because it looks fancy. You're going in paying a reasonable price and adding equity to it by changing the cosmetics.
Exactly. Yes. One little by little, and most of them you can move right in.
Oh, absolutely.
They just need a few things.
Yes, definitely.
So I see that a lot. And like you mentioned, there's some emotional parts to this. Is wanting a home, wanting that security, being able to provide for your family. Those are all definitely parts of it. But going in and having a reasonable
mindset. Yeah.
On what you need versus what you want, versus the price, versus your monthly payment,
your lifestyle.
Yes.
I mean, you got to take all that into consideration. People, you have to consider some of these young buyers have very young kids. Well, did you think about where they were going to go to school?
Yeah.
Are you going to have tuition on top of this giant monthly mortgage payment?
Yes.
Are you going to have all of their extracurricular activities? I think there's just some things that, I don't feel are taken into consideration. And I talk to my first-time home buyers all the time. While you may be comfortable with that dollar figure is not staying that dollar figure.
Right. Not yet. Not next year. Not the year after.
No, it's steadily going up.
Yes.
And it'll change with economics every day.
I had that conversation with a client a long time ago, a friend, and I said, it's a beautiful home. Do you really want to get yourself into this kind of mortgage payment? And maybe I was overstepping because that's none of my business. Maybe at that moment I was a friend, and I actually wasn't even the buyer agent on it. It was a for sale by owner. And I just said, like, just be sure, because things will change. And sure enough, a few years later, maybe we had a storm, insurance rates rose, and there goes the note.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wait, all of a sudden this note got a little bit more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I was like, gosh, kind of had that conversation. And it's not for me to tell them.
Right.
But as a friend, I was like, hey, just make sure you're good with this, because right. Even when you have a lower mortgage payment, it does kind of suck a little bit to write that check every single month, just like every other bill.
Absolutely.
But when that number is super high, then it's like it's even more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Every single.
Well, and then I find that you get to a point then where you don't even really enjoy your home. It's like now you're resenting. You have resentment. You have regrets. You have all these things.
And then maybe that's when you feel like you don't feel like keeping it up anymore. And
you
don't care what the landscaping looks like, and if this happens.
I'm shopping
maybe
with
that's part of it.
a buyer right now, and this has been ongoing for a couple of years. I don't think she's quite ready to buy, but she is adamant about keeping her note $1,500 or less.
Oh wow!
Do you know how difficult that is
Yeah.
in this market,
Yeah.
in this parish, in this area? It's extremely difficult. But I envy her. She has a mission. That's what she wants. That's what she does. She's well qualified for way more,
Yeah.
but she doesn't want that to be her life.
Right.
Is, married to this mortgage.
And feel like it's a burden.
And feel like it's a burden. So, we look at all different scopes of houses, obviously lower priced houses. So most of the houses that we do see, if they are a little newer and a little more updated, they're super tiny. If they are bigger, on a bigger lot, then they're super old.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's kind of, but she's adamant about it.
What is the price point you have to be at to have that kind of mortgage? I don't even
She
know.
has to be under 200.
Under 200.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just principal, or she wants it
No,
all?
that's with insurance. Yeah, we actually almost wrote an offer the other day. We ended up not, because she had some changes in her job status and all of that. But when we ran the numbers on it, she was right at $1,500 with insurance.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. So it does exist.
It does exist.
That's good.
You just have to shop it. I mean, it takes, like I said, it takes almost 2 years that we've been
kind of looking for
kind
that,
of
right?
just exploring. She's not super aggressive about it, and if it comes along, it comes along.
Yeah.
And she's comfortable renting. That's another thing. People think that they're throwing their money away
when they're renting. Yeah.
But you do have to sit back. Can I afford not to rent?
Right. And you have to have a place to live.
You have to have a place to live.
Yep. I had someone say that the other day. They're like, yeah, I feel a lot of pressure from friends and family saying that I need to buy something because I'm throwing my money away. I was like, well, are you ready to buy something right now?
Right.
He said, well, no, not at this moment. I said, well, then that's okay.
It is.
You need a place to live. You have a family. You need a roof over your head.
Mm-hmm.
If today's not the right date to go outright purchase a house, then you rent.
Yeah.
And you do your best to put money away for that day when you are ready to go out and buy something.
Mm-hmm.
I think the pressure to hurry up and buy. I mean, you and I do a ton of rentals.
Yeah.
And the rental market is usually thriving.
Yeah.
People need places to live, and not everyone. And look, it's not a lot of them, but not everyone wants to buy a house. Some people like to rent houses. And
yeah. They don't like the maintenance. They don't like keeping everything up. They don't like the increases.
Their note stays the same.
They don't like the increases in insurance. They don't, they much rather when something breaks, call their landlord, not have to pay to fix it.
Yes.
In some way, shape, or form, that's stability.
It is. Oh, absolutely. You don't have to worry about an AC.
Right.
$9,000.
$9,000 repair.
Or a roof or anything like that. I think the thing I find the most in rentals, little plumbing issues here and there.
Yeah.
Not even usually electrical. Usually like little plumbing issues here and there. And I think that's just wear and tear on plumbing systems probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that renting is a great option.
Mm-hmm.
The person that we bought this house from, I mean, she rented. Like she was a single lady. She rented after we sold this house, and it made sense for her. She got to live where she wanted to go, and she enjoyed it.
To a degree, I don't believe that should be a long-term lifestyle.
Right.
I don't. I do think that real estate should be an investment, and I do think that renting for your entire lifetime gets you no investment. But I do think it's a good alternative for someone that's not quite ready. Yeah. You shouldn't feel pressured to go keep up with the Jones and spend $300,000 on a house. I mean, if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for that. A note on a $300,000 house plus all the maintenance is going to far surpass whatever it is that you're paying in rent.
That's true.
Period.
Note on a $250,000 house.
Yeah.
Is high.
Yeah. It is.
In comparison to what it used to be.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see that come down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many pieces to the puzzle when you're thinking about purchasing a house, and now the rules have changed. So not only do you have to worry about your mortgage, you have to worry about buyer agency.
Oh gosh.
I had just recently a client from like 10 years ago ready to buy again, and they're like, hey, what's the next steps? And I I was like, hey, let me call you. That's more than a text message.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Things have changed in the last 10 years. Things have changed in the last 1 year.
Yes, things are changing daily.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's some new, they're trying to, I don't even want to really get into it.
I was about to say, is that a whole nother podcast?
Well, and I don't even know the details. I read a little bit of an article, but apparently the people who filed, the plaintiffs in that lawsuit, are not happy with the settlement.
No way. Wasn't it like $8 billion?
Well, no, they're not happy with they're not happy with the settlement terms that we now have.
Oh.
They're not satisfied with now we have the buyer agency and you have agreement with your buyer, you have agreement with your seller.
Oh my.
They're not happy with that apparently.
Oh.
And I don't know if they're trying to overturn it or change it
or
exactly what they want.
Phew.
They say that it did. Oh, what did I read? It's not the outcome they wanted for buyers, maybe? I have to go back and read it. Definitely probably another podcast after I research it a little bit more.
That.
But apparently they're not happy with the way it all shook out.
Oh, wow.
And I guess even though the settlement was approved by the judge, they can appeal it.
I don't know how that
That'll be another
works.
hot mess.
Yeah, that will be another hot
Stay
mess.
Stay tuned.
Right?
More changes in the real estate world to come. Not just mortgages and insurance rates and all that good stuff.
Right.
So we talked about ownership as security, renting as freedom. I guess I'm reading some
freedom from all of the extra expenses.
The extra expenses, but in the long run, I think ownership, creating that generational wealth to build up equity. Another agent we used to work with said that they were taught you buy a house and then you sell that. You use the equity from that house to buy your second house. And then you sell that one and then you use that equity from that house to buy your, maybe that third one is your forever home, or maybe it's just a step into the direction of
That's exactly what we did.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah.
Robert's first house was $75,000.
Yeah.
It was indeed a starter home.
Mine was $89,000.
89. Ours was 3-bed, 1-bath. We had Peyton there. We had Olivia there, and then we moved to our second home. Sold that one, used the equity, purchased the second home, and we knew that one was kind of a transition because at the time I had gotten pregnant for Sue, and then we still had Peyton and Olivia. We now had a 3-bed, 2-bath. Which really we just needed that second bathroom.
Right.
But we knew that was a transition house. And I think we weren't even there 5 whole years. And then we bought a lot, thought about building, decided not to build, and then found this house. So it was definitely a stepping stone to
I feel
this
like it
one.
should be.
Yeah. Instead of going for the first one right away or the final one right away.
Absolutely. Well, and I think you learn a lot too through the process.
Correct.
What you want, what you don't want, what just not just the money side of it, just as far as
an extra closet.
Yes.
An extra bath.
As far as being a homeowner and how your family functions or how you function, even if it's just you alone, or you and a spouse.
Yep.
What is it? What does your forever home look like? Do you really know buying your first house as your forever home?
Right. How many people that have built houses do you know that say, if I could do it over again,
I would have done this?
Yes.
Yep.
Because maybe the first
I'm on my third house, and I would have done something different in this house than I would have in the last two.
Correct. Yeah. Same. I know there's one thing missing in this one for sure. Half bath.
A half bath.
Third world, first world problem.
Right.
We're missing a half bath. But yes, I like that. When I think of the stepping stones, as in you learn as you go. Maybe you start out as a single person in your home. Maybe you're just a newly married couple. Maybe you have one child. And then your next house is a transition from how your life is unfolding. And then your third house, and then so on. And then you see people now, even in retirement, selling their forever home and building their new forever home. Yeah. And even leaving the state. We see a lot of people leaving the state. And they're building their final or buying their final, and maybe they're
according to their stages in life.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of things to really consider when you're buying a home, and it's not just the note.
Mm-mm.
It's not just, sure, I can afford this next monthly payment.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's so many things to it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we talked about a lot of things already in this episode. What are some of the sentimental things that you could think of? I mean, a home is, you know, it means a lot. It's security. It's where you make your memories. It's all.
It's what you bring to it too.
It's what you bring to it too.
Mm-hmm.
In the same sense that a home is special and sentimental, a home, as long as you're with your people, wherever you are, that's your home.
That's your home.
Because things do happen also that we can't prepare for.
Yeah. Or control.
Or control. And I didn't know if we were going to go into it or not, and I think we decided not to. But those are the things you also think about, the different stages of your life. When things don't go as planned, you might not be able to keep that home that you poured so much into, but it is just a place for shelter at the end of the day, and everything inside of it is what makes it
the home.
Yep. So there's that too.
Love that.
Yeah. So I think we can probably wrap this one up. We talked about a home being more than a mortgage, and making sure that you understand that there's so many facets to home ownership. It's not just, hey, I'm pre-approved, let's go out and buy this house. And we've done episodes where we went through the buying process. That's also a part of it that needs to be understood. It's not just going out house shopping and making that offer. There's an entire process and money out of pocket that goes along with that. And maybe this season we'll touch on first time buying again.
And what that looks like.
Start
to finish.
Yes.
Contract to close.
And I think we've done it before, but it changes all the time. And I think it's always something that's helpful.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll wrap this one up. So More Than a Mortgage with myself, Jenny Lendle.
And Lauren Jones.
And we are the Move Worthy Podcast.
We have the experience and the knowledge to move you forward.